We love it.
Another thing we learned about you is you are a Star Wars fan.
That is a fact.
Really? How much of a fan are we talking? Because we were talking off the record, and like, what was your first experience with Star Wars?
So my first experience with Star Wars would have been when The Empire Strikes Back came out. Would have been 80, I think that was. And I would have been real close to turning 9 years old. So just, right at that formative age. But when the original one had come out, of course, it was like all over TV. And I just remember being fascinated, like loving, Princess Leia, and Darth Vader just seemed this larger than life character. So when Empire Strikes Back came out, and we were actually traveling with some friends when I was a kid. So the one dad took all the kids to go see it, and I just fell in love.
Man.
I have been a Star Wars fan ever since. And I can, back then, because I'm 150 years old, it wasn't like you could just queue it up on, streaming.
Well, you could stream it, yeah.
And I remember, so this is going to age me. I used to work for Camelot Music at the mall.
Oh.
And when VCR rentals had first come out, Camelot started a VCR rental, which was awesome because you couldn't, to buy a video back then was like $80, which...
$80 for VHS?
Yes, for VHS.
Wow.
You couldn't, the idea wasn't that you bought them for, they figured they'd never recap it. If you bought it on a VHS tape, they'd never make any money off of you again.
Well, now they're reselling it on eBay.
Right. And now you can stream it. You pay, it's a whole different ballgame. But when Camelot decided to get out of the video rental business, we had the opportunity to buy those tapes for just a couple bucks each. So I bought all the Star Wars, and I was the only person who had them. We didn't even have.
Really? So you have them now?
We didn't even have DVR back then. I'm telling you, it was a different day. I still have those, and I bought Raiders of the Lost Ark series. So I thought that was pretty amazing.
I like the Simple and Doing when it comes to Indiana Jones. That's my favorite one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
I love Indy. All of those, but they were just such great, there was something, there's great storytelling in those stories. John Lucas just has a real knack of telling a captivating story that draws you in. And so
I wish I would have got more into Star Wars.
Hey, you got time, right?
Oh, of course.
You're right into it now.
I still got to get into Marvel.
Oh,
DC.
I'm also a big Marvel fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, big Marvel fan. They're great stories and they're fun. Marvel I love just because they're fun to watch, especially the earlier ones. I like Iron Man. And part of that was just because, giant crush on Robert Downey Jr. So I was like, I'm here for this. But it was just, they're great stories and I love that.
So if you could be, what would your character be like? What would be your...
Oh, well, so it's
Star
not
Wars
Marvel.
or Marvel.
It's not really Marvel related, but she is a superhero. I'm a huge Incredibles fan. And Mrs. Incredible, Helen Parr, I love Elastigirl. I love her. That movie I loved because I thought that is a mom trying to be a superhero. And she's trying to make sure she's got dinner on the table and she's saving the world. I just thought, there you go. That's a great, if I could be Elastigirl, Mrs. Incredible, I would do that.
What about you, Zach?
What's funny? So my brother, he got the superhero gene and the Marvel DC gene. I got the sports gene. But if I could, I just saw the new Superman movie a week ago.
Inspired.
I think Superman just kind of has it all. He's kind of the most boring superhero, honestly, but he kind of has it all. Unless you have his kryptonite.
His weakness is a rock.
Is a rock. But that's you have to have that. If you don't, he's unstoppable.
I hear the dog in that movie is the best part of it.
Yeah, the dog's funny.
That he has a dog.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
What is it? It's a white fluffy dog. I
His
forget
name's
what.
Crypto. I forget what kind of dog it is.
But the dog's adorable. The dog can fly and has superpowers also. And Superman is the best at everything, honestly.
What about you, Jeremy?
If I had to choose, it'd probably be Spider-Man. That's just somebody I've grown up loving, and I was like, man, I would want to be him.
Maybe Deadpool. I think being Deadpool would be cool. I have Deadpool's humor.
I like that.
I can see you doing Deadpool.
Who's your favorite Spider-Man? What was your favorite iteration in the movies?
Probably Tom Holland. Mainly because he is what Stan Lee wanted Spider-Man to be, because there was an interview he did where he even said Tobey Maguire was sort of like around the age, but he was just like too old to portray like the actual comic Spider-Man Peter Parker that he originally wrote back in the day. So
I love. There's a story about when they were casting, and Tom Holland, they go to like read a scene, and on the liner notes it's, you know, like Spider-Man like flips into the room, and not expecting him to do that, just expecting him to read the lines, and Tom Holland flips into the room and then reads the lines, and it was like, well, there's your Spider-Man.